Hello there, my name's Mark and these are my Dice Tales. Thank you for coming. So today I'm going to talk about a campaign game number 3. It's a little bit different because we played a threesome. We had 3 armies on a double-sized map. So it was my Star Striders, my Lucian Star Striders. Some of them have leveled up, especially the Medic and the Voidsman. So I ended up dropping 2 Voidsmen to keep my points at 100. So it's a 100-point game, and then I played my 2 previous opponents. Now, there are more players in our campaign. There's about 6 of us all signed up at least. It's just who you meet and who you can arrange games with, so we're not too fussy about who you play each week or how you play. Just as long as you sort of try and get a game in each week is the one of the stipulations. You can do catch-ups if you miss a week as well. So, we were doing Sweep and Clear. That mission has 4 objectives, and at the end of the game only, you will score 3 points if you're holding each objective. So potentially, what's that, 12 points up for grabs if you've got all 4. So probably realistically you're going to get 3 or maybe 6 if you're lucky. Alright, so I'm fighting Nurgle's DeathGuard again. He's brought a lot of Poxwalkers, some Marines, some plasma guns, and sort of spear weapons, and a leader. Pretty sure he's brought his flail along. DeathGuard, they bring their shenanigans of weapons. I never really know what they're bringing. All their different loadouts is quite confusing to me at the moment, because I've never played with a Marines list at all. And then my Star Striders, as I've just mentioned. So, in the still photos, you'll see I've done one photo with a red area, black area, and a green area. That is the layout. We decided that if someone chose a deployment zone, the other 2 would go on 2 closest to that, so no one was too far away on the map, which might cause us to gang up on the guy in the middle. So if with the 3 closest, we were all in contention with each other right from the get-go. League-wise, everyone has won and lost one, so there's no clear leader to try and take out. It's basically so it's every man for themselves. And let's see, so my Star Striders set up in the walkways on the bottom left, how you're watching the time-lapse going in the background, and I had a walkway going straight across into Nurgle territory. So I had my assassin and my rotor cannon set up on top of this walkway. My assassin risked being a duck on a duck hunt terrain, because there was no real cover for her on top of this walkway, but she had an invuln save, so I risked her charging towards a Nurgle Pox plasma spewer on the far side of that, hoping that maybe the DeathGuard and the DeathWatch would be shooting at each other rather at my charging assassin. So Nurgle might want to shoot my charging assassin, but hopefully the DeathGuard would think it's a good idea for her to get close and do a bit of damage to Nurgles before the Nurgles get close to him. I like that play out of a 3-player game. When you're not ganging up, and when there's not 2 teams ganging up on one, and you do play that you are attacking or defending on both fronts, that gave this game a great dynamic. On my right hand flank, I had my leader Niche, because I think he's the only one who has a mortal wound ability with the executioner shells with his shotgun. So he was sort of creeping around, hoping to get the moment when he had the initiative so he could pop out and obviously sales shooter Poxwalker, but you know, accidentally gunning down a Deathwatch Marine in the back. That was my tactic, with potentially having the medic who's leveled up. She has an ability to field medic. I think if I roll 6 when I take a wound, I can ignore the wound, remove it, and also heal flash wounds if need be. And Van der Gauss, my comms guy, who can improve my shot as well as giving me the invuln save on that right flank as well. So my rotor cannon guy is up there without an invuln save, just got cover, and hopefully not being a very tempting target when there's melee combatants coming at you from Nurgle's side. Team composition wise, so I don't have much choice. I don't have a roster to choose. I just got to keep it at the right points level, depending on how I've leveled up, and decide whether I'm just going to take unleveled up people or take some levels up people and try and take the advantages that those levels give me. So at the moment, it is only the medic who's got the field ability. Oh, and the Voidsman has fleet, so they've got an extra inch of movement. But there's only one Voidsman coming with me this time. At the end of the game, it's my third game, so everyone will have leveled up, which will make my next choice rather difficult. So rather than having... is it 9 or 11? I know my next game, I'm potentially down to 5 men. In this game, I think I'm on 8. So I think I've definitely lost 2 men. Feels scary, but I am getting used to the fact that I've got 2 wounds, and that's sort of just keeping me edging it into the game. So, what else happened on the day? So, Nurgle, ultimately, sort of as a summary sort of roundup, when Nurgle was charging the DeathGuard, they fluffed a lot of rolls, and even the tactical rerolls, you know, when you roll the same number, that kind of dumb luck, unfortunately. It's just how the dice roll sometimes. So, he struggled with that respect. Also, Nurgle's composition. Roster-wise, I think when you're playing a 3-player game like this and knowing that the mission gives out kills, you might not want to bring as many Poxwalkers next time. Because I think maybe round about turn 2 and 3 we're thinking, hold up, look how many points he scored just by killing those Poxwalkers, those grunts. So then I picked up on that and I started trying to gun him down as well. It's always a tough tactical choice. Do I help out my opponent who's engaged? The bodies are helping contest objectives, but if I don't take them out, I'm not gaining the points myself. I'm giving him the points again, and whoever wins is then going to hold the objectives. So I think I made the right decision and just ploughing in and gunning things down if I had the opportunity. But sometimes, you know, thinking about it, tossing and turning at night, did I do the right thing? Don't know. And also, well, is bringing a lot of bodies the right thing to do as well? Because, yeah, it worked on my side of the board, but didn't work on the DeathWatch side of the board. I just ended up doing lots of flesh runes to all these Poxwalkers, so they stuck around too long for me. And they rallied when they were in the shaken state on one turn. They rallied, and the game continued, so I didn't end up scoring my objective, which was really annoying. So yeah, the taking bodies does work. It's you know, I don't know the best choices to make there. If you've got any inputs, do leave the comment on the comments below. What would you do in a sweeping clear 3-player scenario? Do you want bodies? Do you want to hoard it, or do you want to just go with your best toughest guys, so that you know you're going to get an objective and you're going to hold it and you're going to eke it out to the end and destroy anyone that comes and takes it from you. So that's how the Nurgle game went. My assassin survived her being a duck on that carriageway for the turn. She ended up killing a Poxwalker and then fleeing down. Her initial target, the Nurgle flame plasma spewer, was taken out by the DeathGuard, luckily, so she ended up coming down and then going Walking Dead Michonne on all the Poxwalkers down below, coming to contest my my objective in the middle centre, while the rest of his forces, as I say, failed their charge rolls when they were trying to get in the face on the left hand and maybe the northern middle objective as well. What was going on the right hand side? So I had Nietzsche, my leader, with his Executioner shell shotgun. When one of the DeathWatch came out, even though it headed towards the Poxwalkers and Nurgles, it was a perfect opportunity for me to advance with that shotgun, put him in a risky position if I failed, but I did Executioner shell one of the DeathWatch Marines in the back, and he did take notice and then send some Marines my way after that. I think at the end of turn 4 it was a critical. I had shaken Nurgle on my team. He'd broken at that point, and he'd shaken. I think his leader had died to my dog and my assassin, and I'd shaken some Poxwalkers. However, the game continued. If it had ended at that point, I believe I would have had 6 points from controlling 2 objectives. Potentially, DeathGuard might have had 3 from 1 objective on the north and contesting the middle one. Again, the middle one had an annoying Poxwalker that just refused to die. I also forgot on the map scenery roll, the area was in thick fog, which means all shooting attacks were made with an additional -1. So a lot of my rose cannon shots and voidsman shots were needing 6s to hit, so felt like guardsman again. So it was all about getting in there in close combat, really. So I took out one of the DeathWatch with my Executioner Shell, and then I fled back to make sure I was on my objective, and hopefully that Nurgle would then contest and sweep and clear the DeathGuard for me, and see how well my assassin did. My Doctor had to run to catch up with my assassin to try and get a few heals in. She managed to get one in, but then fluffed the rolls, but it did keep my assassin alive an extra turn longer as well. She ended up surviving the entire game in the end, but you know, losing a flesh wound, when you start getting flesh wounds, it makes you less effective with those minuses on your rolls, etc. So let's see, I think the final scores kill-wise, I think I had 6 kills, DeathWatch had 5, and Nurgle had 3 or 4. Because it didn't end on turn 4, and it went on to turn 5 and to turn 6, DeathGuard managed to rout the Nurgle, and they came sweeping in onto my right-hand flank as well, capturing or contesting my objectives, stealing my objective points from me, and then they held 2 objectives on their side, giving them 6 points and winning them the game. So that means Nurgles and Starstriders lost, losing 2 of their territory, I think, to the DeathGuard, and that was the end of the game. Very exciting, very fun. Considering it's 3-way initiative, some of us were using the decisive shot and such, and decisive melee to try and get the key dice rolls in first, which was great, and ate up the command points, so they couldn't be used on other things. Yeah, that's about it. Great game. I hope that's a sort of good summary roundup for you. At the end of this video, I'm going to do a hand cam, but because I'm in a busy store, you can hear the background noise, and I don't know how to filter that out. If you've got any comments on that or tips on products, microphones to use, I'm only using a Samsung phone at the moment, but if you've got a tip for a microphone I can get where I can filter out the noise to make that hand cam sort of view better, let me know. Otherwise, I might try and arrange a game at home, so I can do, you know, the more traditional style of battle reports where you go in on every turn and see the dice rolls. I'm thinking about getting an extra camera in just to see the dice rolls, see if I can get that synced. Yeah, I've got lots of things in mind. I'm working on my hit film as well. I need to learn how to keyframe. I've got animation ideas coming in as well. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell. So Mark from Dice Tales, thank you very much for tuning in again. Do like and subscribe if it's your kind of thing. What else is coming? I've got some Infinity happening. A very complex game with lots of terrainry, so I don't know how my video is going to go for that. So, Mark from Dice Tales, signing off. Thank you very much. Goodbye. What are all your weapons on these guys?
Sorry?
What are your weapons?
Bolter, power sword, combi melter and a shield, frag cannon, infernus heavy bolter, stalker bolter.